afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
First of all, thank you so much for giving us opportunity to interview you under the campaign Thoughts on Education. My name is Amol Kolle, and I wanted to ask you first question that can you introduce yourself in brief?
Yeah, sure. I'm Dr. Vikas Peshave. I'm working at IndSearch in the capacity of Dean, Students Welfare and Associate Professor. I am associated with IndSearch for last, you can say, 37 years. And I have been working at IndSearch in various capacities. I started in the year 1985, and since then I am associated with this particular institute.
Okay.
I am having industry experience of around 28 years in the local market as well as in the international market also. I have worked at various positions, right from a very junior position of cost assistant, and I have worked last as a project director at one prestigious project in Lower Parel, Mumbai. That name of the project is World One Towers, which is the tallest residential tower in the world. So we completed that project in the year 2017, and then I decided to switch to academics.
Okay. So nice to hear that, sir. You have a very huge experience in almost education field as well as in real estate, I think, right? So basically, my next question is that as you have held key positions at Education Institute throughout your professional career, so what keeps you connected with the education sector, and how has your experience been so far with this institute?
See, the main advantage of me getting associated with IndSearch is whatever work which I have done in the industry, whatever experience that I have, it is always better to share that experience with the students, and they should get the practical information as to what happens in the industry. And in order to correlate the theory with the practice, I feel this is the great opportunity that I am getting of telling the students about what happens in the real market, in the industry, and what they are required to do and what they are required to possess. That is very important point that I am getting opportunity to explain to the students.
Okay. So my next question is, sir, being the chairperson of IndSearch Institute of Management Studies and Research, Pune, what are your roles and responsibility towards this institute?
See, my first role is I can consider to take care of students' welfare.
Okay.
And students should feel comfort when they are here at our institute. They should not face any problems related to their academics, related to their personal life. And I can proudly tell you that all the students who are at IndSearch, we are behaving with them as family members.
Okay.
And that is the reason we know each and every student with the first name. And there is a great connect between we and the students. And students also do not have any hesitation in sharing their personal problems with us. And we also equally entertain all the students in solving their academic related problems as well as other problems, whatever they are having, we are helping them in solving those.
Okay. So my next question is, sir, do you have any extracurricular activities or programs to enhance the skill of the students or expose them to the real world challenges?
Certainly. There are various drama competitions which are taking place, like the renowned competition in Pune, it's Purushottam Karandak one-act play competition, Firodia Karandak competition, where the students who are having good skills in acting or singing, dancing, or playing various musical instruments, or they are good in debating. So they are getting very good opportunity to participate in this competition.
Okay.
And demonstrate their skills in front of the masses.
Okay. So my next question is, how does the curriculum of IndSearch Institute of Management Studies and Research Pune ensures that the students are being prepared for the future?
We at IndSearch look at the student from 360-degree angle.
Okay.
Like, we believe that students are required to possess not only the domain knowledge in which they are taking the education, but apart from that, they are also required to take note of what is required in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
They need to possess various soft skills, and all those soft skills are provided at our institute, and because of which, when they get post-graduated from this institute, they are ready in true sense to enter the job market, and their development is taking place from all the 360 degree.
Okay. So my next question is, how do you try to bring a practical approach towards the subject and make it industry oriented?
Yeah, this is a very good question, Amol. I will tell you, we are conducting various simulation exercises.
Okay.
Like, we are creating certain conditions. We are giving them certain situations, and we are telling them that in this particular situation, how they are going to handle this particular scenario. And we tell them to assume that they are working in a particular position in that organization. So how they will perceive that particular problem. And if they change that role to another position, how they will perceive that particular problem. So they are getting opportunity to visualize the real-time problems faced in the industry. And the most important thing is, when we conduct such exercises, sometimes we call industry people, and we don't tell this to the students. And once this particular simulation exercise is over, these people from industry, they give their comments as to the solution provided by the student, how close is that to the real situation.
Okay. So my next question is, what are the interventions and approaches you bring apart from curriculum to train or teach the students?
See, we tell the students they have to become good human beings. That is very important.
Yes, sure.
Because apart from student, they have to follow certain ethics. And for that purpose, we conduct separate sessions to teach them about business values and ethics, and how values will make them big in this particular life, and how this is of essence, this ethical conduct, and how this will enrich their personality. All these aspects are covered in that. We also take them to the villages, and we tell them to stay with the villagers for certain days, understand what kind of problems they are facing, and you being a management student, what management solution you would like to give to them. And they interact with all these villagers, and they share their opinion with those villagers, and this is how they get opportunity to apply the knowledge what they are getting in this education institute.
Okay, so that's really nice, sir. My next question is, what would you like people to know about your institute they may not know?
The first thing I would say that all the community which is outside, they should know that IndSearch is 1973 established institute.
Okay.
So we are going to complete 50 years in this 2023.
Okay.
And ours is an autonomous institute, and autonomy is an accreditation. It is a qualification. And that is awarded only to the selected institutes. So I really want all the people who are looking at IndSearch to know that IndSearch is one of the exceptional institute which is having accreditation in the management education. And I can tell you proudly that IndSearch is the first institute in Pune to get this accreditation.
Okay.
And this autonomy is giving us opportunity to design the curriculum in such a way which will be helpful to the industry. And that is why we are having people from industry on our board of studies and governing council, so that they share their requirements with us, and accordingly we update our curriculum. So this is one of our specialty, that students taking education at IndSearch, they are taking the practical knowledge along with them.
Okay. So my next question is, what are some of the biggest challenges you see, both for the higher education in general and for IndSearch Institute of Management Studies and Research Pune specifically?
Yeah. The biggest challenge currently is how to get the job. That is the biggest challenge. Because we see nearly 5 to 6 lakhs MBAs getting post-graduated every year. But how many of them are really getting the job? That is the biggest challenge. And that is the reason we have started a wing called I2E, Innovation, Incubation and Entrepreneurship. Okay. So we tell the students that they are having entrepreneurship as second option. And for that purpose, we are conducting a lot of exercises at our institute. So this is the biggest challenge as far as this particular youth is concerned. And as far as IndSearch is concerned, our biggest challenge is to get the students understand about our autonomy and the meaning of autonomy.
Okay.
And they should understand that in this institute, the kind of knowledge that they are going to get is purely of practical nature.
Okay.
And how to reach this particular thing into their minds, that is the biggest challenge.
Okay. So my last question is, any suggestion you would like to give the current youth or the aspiring students?
Yeah, I would strongly tell all these students that they have to become multifunctional.
Okay.
Because now every industry is demanding that students should be possessing knowledge of finance, knowledge of marketing, knowledge of human resource. And that is the reason we are having a concept of major and minor, so that students can take one of the specialization as major and another specialization as minor, so that they become multifunctional.
Okay.
And another important thing is that whatever knowledge that they are getting in the institute, they have to create the alternative for themselves while they are learning. That is the biggest thing. I will give you one example. We are having one subject called security analysis and portfolio management. So what we tell them, that don't look at this subject as a subject in the curriculum, but look at this subject as an alternative to job. If you are stationed in front of your terminal from 9:30 in the morning till 3:30 and do a very scientific study of the stock market, you can earn 50,000 rupees a month just by doing this exercise. So this is just one example. Okay. That is what I am giving. So students, they need to look at the syllabus from the point of view of how they can apply that in order to make a livelihood for themselves.
Okay. So sir, thank you so much for being the part of this campaign Thoughts on Education and sharing your knowledge. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.